Hey guys, Billy here with Preacher's Creatures. Thank you for tuning into the video today. In today's video, we're going to be doing a color match with a 2-color laminate bait for a customer of ours. And we hope you enjoy the video. It's going to be a stirring video because we're going to be stirring a lot of color. But thanks again for checking it out, and hit that like and subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever we put out new content. And tell your friends and family about our channel and help us grow. And if you don't like the content, tell your enemies about it. It doesn't matter to me, just tell somebody so that we can grow this channel. And I appreciate your time, and we thank you and God bless. Hope you enjoy the video. Alright guys, what we're going to try to do in this video is I'm going to try to color match this bait right here, and what it looks like to me is it's kind of a peachy a pink color, and I don't know if you can see that real well, but anyway, it looks like a peach color with some hologram flake in it. It almost looks like a red or purple hologram flake, and then it's got a looks like a white pearl bottom to it, and don't really see any flake in that. It looks more like just the color of the pearl highlights, which gives it that shimmery look. So we're going to try to replicate this top color first, and because I think this bottom color is fairly easy. It looks a little bit gray, but I think that's because the other color showing through. And so we'll see what we can do, and hopefully that picked up fairly good on camera. Alright, we'll be back in a little bit. We're adjusted here. So check temperature on our plastisol. So you can see there we're up above the 350 threshold, so we're good on that. And now we can start adding color. And so I think, I may be wrong, but I think we're going to start out with the fluorescent orange, because me and my niece was making a bait the other day and experimenting, and we was going to try to make the same color. We started out with red, and automatically it was just, I could tell it was way too dark. So I'm going to try 3 drops of fluorescent orange, and let's see where that gets us. Nowhere near. So let's go with 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Okay. And that's kind of giving us that peach color we're looking for. I believe we're going 3, 4, 5. One thing I've noticed about this color that we're trying to replicate is that it does have just a little bit of translucency to it. So we don't want to add a crazy amount. The more colorant you add, the less see-through the bait is. So I'm going to add just a little bit at a time, stirring it in, checking your color. Still a long ways off. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're starting to get there as far as the orange goes. Let me wipe this off. I think we're going to have to add just maybe 1 drop of red in here in just a minute. Alright, let me pop this in the microwave and heat it back up, and then I think when I bring it out I'm going to add a drop of red and see what that does. Alright, we got our glass all heated back up, and like I said before, it does not take much to make a big difference. So I'm going to put 1 drop of the red in, and we're going to stir that up. I may end up going one more drop with that. I tell you what, a lot of times you can do is you look at it on your stirring utensil, but then drizzle some on something that you can see, and that should give you an idea. And of course that's still very light in comparison to that, so we may go 1 more drop of red. And red is such a strong color. I mean, you can see right there how big of a change that made. And that might be it right there. I think I can go ahead and add some purple flake, which I will get that ready, and then I will be right back with you. Alright, I had to put the sample color, I looked at through a magnifying glass, and I'm pretty sure that it's got purple flake in it. Now the purple flake I have, I don't know, I think it might be just a little bit bigger, maybe not. This is pretty small flake here, but after looking at it under the microscope, the looking glass, however you want to put it, the magnifying glass, I'm pretty sure that it's purple flake in there. I'm going to start out with maybe a half a quarter teaspoon, so 1/8 of a teaspoon, because it's not very saturated with glitter. It has some in it, but it's just not very saturated with it. And one thing that I have learned is it's amazing how much glitter will change the overall color of your plastic. You wouldn't think that it does. You'd think that, well, it's going to be your color plus the glitter, but it actually does change, and in this case it has darkened the color, and so that's why I stopped early with the red dye. I'm glad I did, because I may add that a little bit right there to it, but you can see right there how this stuff means business. So let me get that cleaned off my hand right quick. I found a good use for this old rag, or old do-rag. I'm not into dead stuff. Thank God that He made a way that we could be alive. It's through His Son and our Savior Jesus Christ. So anyhow, I'll get back to matching up my color here. I'm going to put that, let's see, let's give us a little test drizzle here. Had to take my white plastic sheet away. I use that actually to when I'm packaging my baits. I think it looks pretty good, and so we're going to pop that back in the microwave and heat it up. It might have just a little bit more glitter in it than what this has in it, but that's okay. The main thing is matching up that color. I can always back off on the glitter if I'm making this later. So, all right, let's shoot some baits and see what color it comes out. See how well it matches. All right, we're back. I've got plastisol out of the microwave, and I always like to give it a little stir and get some of that's around the sides stirred back in there. Now the closest thing I have to this jig is my 2-inch beetle bug, and so that's what I'm going to do this test run with. And I need to quit being so sloppy. Alright, so you just have to forgive me for my workbench, because it's used. I use it, so it's not going to be glamorous. Alright, nice steady pressure. Give it a hold. Top off the sprue. Of course you can't see nothing because my big old arm's in the way. Alright. Excuse me. I'm sorry. That's just in my nature to laugh at that kind of stuff. It always has been. Alright, we'll set this over to the side and let this cool down, and then we'll take it out of the mold and see what we got. Alright guys, we're back. We give this sufficient time to cool off. Some people give it a little bit longer, some people don't. We're going to go ahead and open it up and see what our color looks like. So right off the bat we can see that it is very transparent, or a lot more transparent than what we thought, but the color is not that far off, and so we can actually test it in one of two ways. We can mix up a white pearl and do a 2-layer laminate and see if that darkens it up which you know, just holding it up to the back of it, it's not really making that change. So I think we need to darken this color up just a little bit, but I think we're getting there. Alright, we'll make some adjustments and we'll be right back. Alright, we got our plastisol heated back up, and we're going to hit it again with some of this fluorescent orange and see if we can't get it a little more opaque. And so there's 10 drops of that. Helps if you open the lid. Every time I work with this red, I end up with red all over me. It's just very potent. Very potent. I think we're getting there. Still very translucent. It's kind of strange how different things look in the cup versus how they look in an actual bait. And but it's part of why I love to do this. I love the creative process behind it, and it's like trying to figure out a puzzle. Okay, so we're going to shoot another bait. Hopefully we've gotten a lot closer this round. Okay, and hopefully you'll be able to see it a little better. Try to work it around the camera here. So you can see more of the process. I'm working on trying to improve my camera skills, guys, so just stick with me. Alright, there we go. Turn that back into the cup. Alright, we'll give that a chance to cool and we'll be right back. Alright, we're back again. And we're going to open this up, see what we got this round. So there we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think we're very close, and you may not think that that's close, given the difference there. But here's what you got to understand: when half of your bait is white, it's gonna shine through, give it that creamy color, and so really the only way to go from here is to shoot a laminate bait with the white pearl and this color and see how it turns out. And so if we're not there, we're very close. So we'll give that a try, and I've got to get some white pearl heated up. Now the difficult thing is we have to get our colors close in temperature for it to work out. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to get some white pearl going here, and then we'll get these two things of plastic and fairly close in temperature and try shooting a laminate and see how it turns out. Alright, we'll be back in a little bit. Alright guys, got our plastisol heated up here, and give that a stir. Check our temperature. Woo, we a bit on the hot side, but it's all right. So to make pearl white, it's one of the easiest things to make. You just have this pearl powder. This is from Do It, and they do have. There's some things I really like about some of the Do It stuff. I have several of their molds, and I've got all my my pearl powders are from them. There's some things I really like about their stuff, and then there's some stuff that I'd like to see some improvement on. I'm going to start off with about a half of a quarter teaspoon or an eighth of the white pearl powder. I'll give that a stir in. You gotta be careful stirring this in, because it's dry dust, and before you get it mixed in, it will poof. It will go everywhere. If I was mixing up a full cup, I'm mixing a half cup. If I was mixing up a full cup, I would probably just go ahead and do the full quarter teaspoon. But you can see that's fairly saturated right there. And that's what you want. I think that'll do pretty good. One of the things I wish they would improve, and maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm not doing something right, but I started off with the Essentials kit, and like their chartreuse, and I think the red. There's the issue I'm having with this is you can see there's, well, maybe now you can see there's a lot of pigment caked in the bottom of this, and I've even taken a screwdriver and took the lid off, went down in there and tried to break it up, and then shake it, stir it in, and it just, you know, it cakes again. So I wish that could be improved somehow. I want to try to use that up before I move to some of my others, but I do have the Dead On Plastics, and they work really good, and you can hear some of them have actually a sounds like a ball bearing in there, and I can't find one right off the top, but anyhow, I've not had any issues with their colorants caking, and so take that for what you will. Alright, well, let's get back to this. Here's going to be the most difficult thing. I've got to try to get this color back up to temperature and as close to this color as I can to shoot this with the dual injector, because if you have one hotter than the other, one colder, what happens is it doesn't flow at the same speed. The hotter one, my understanding is the hotter one will flow faster, and therefore it will overtake the colder color, and basically it'll put more of the hotter color in than the colder color, and it'll really mess your baits up. So we're going to get these leveled out off camera, and we'll come back when we're ready to draw it up and shoot the baits. Okay, I think we got our plastisol evened out, and now we want to don these gloves, or this glove. And so what we need to do is get our blending block at the ready, and because the nature of this particular mold, it doesn't have a top or bottom. Either side could be top or bottom, so as long as we make the mold blending block perpendicular, we'll be okay. So alright, so we want to draw up our plastisol into here, get our blending block on there, make it parallel or perpendicular. Uh-oh, I think we might have messed up. Nope. Okay, that's alright. You probably didn't see much of that, but alright, we'll set this to the side and let it cool, and then we will take care of that. Alright, so it looks like, at least on top, we got a decent laminate, but there's only one way to find out, and that's to let it cool down and pull it out of the mold. Alright guys, thanks for hanging in there. Just wanted to see what we got after trying to do a laminate. So here's what we're trying to match, and got the white pearl on the bottom, and got it's almost a peachy or a pink top with purple flake, real tiny purple flake. I'd like to find out where I might try to get some smaller flake like that. But here is the reveal. You're seeing it for the first time. I'm seeing it for the first time. So let's see what we have. Okay, there's the bottom, and there's the top. I tell you what, we are not far off. Mine is a little bit, let me tear one of these off. Mine is a little bit more translucent. You can probably see it a little better on the white backing. It'd help if I'd keep it in camera in focus. Alright, so mine is a little bit more translucent, not too much. A little shinier. I think that's because it's more gem clear than this one. So I think what we could do to our color here is add a little bit. I don't know if I want to add any more red to it. Maybe a drop or two, 3 at the most. And what it boils down to is this one's just a little bit more translucent than this one, but I think the color, the actual color, is about spot on. I don't know if you guys can see that. Sometimes I have trouble with my focus. I'd have been a better student in school if I had better focus. Let's see if I can, if that helps any. Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, so there they are in comparison. We're not too far off, not bad for a rookie. And we might tweak it just a little bit, but I tell you, I'm pretty happy with the results. Guys, thanks again for checking the video out today, and we hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever we put new content out. And until next time, don't forget, you'll love the features of Preacher's Creatures.